Hi guys, welcome to my barn. It's a bit messy in here, so I do apologise. It's a bit stinky. The sheep are just over there, and there's bales of straw and stuff behind us, and then lots of construction bits and pieces being stored in here. But I'm here to talk to you about my mower. So this is my mower. This is a Honda, does it say? No, it doesn't say that. It's a Honda 19-inch rotary lawnmower, 4-stroke petrol engine, and I'm going to put it to bed for the winter. I've just done my last cut on the grass, so the grass is all cut, and I'm not going to cut the grass again until the springtime. So now's a good time to show you what to do to put your mower to bed. Okay, so first thing is to give it a really good clean. But before we start messing about underneath our mower, we need to, safety first, is to remove the spark plug cap. So if I just show you here, on the front of the mower, the spark plug cap, if I take that off, then no matter what I do to the blades or to the motor, to the engine or to the controls, the mower can't accidentally start up. It can't start up with the thing. If you're playing with the blades and stuff and twiddling them around and the controls are on, there's a chance that the mower could accidentally start. By removing the spark plug cap, you negate all of that. There's no chance this machine can start accidentally. Okay, so I gave it a good clean underneath. I tipped up the mower, oil side down, petrol side up, and you can see, I hope you can see, that the machine has had a really good clean underneath. Now this is important. When you cut the grass clippings, the juice inside grass, you know how grass is quite, it's lush and it's wet. The juice is quite corrosive, and if you leave the grass clippings on your machine, they will corrode away the cutting deck. That's why it's a good idea to clean your machine. It's one of the main reasons why mowers fail, is because they've left to corrode, they haven't been cleaned properly. So I don't clean my mower properly at all, absolutely not. But at this time of year, it's a good idea just to give it a good clean up. Now, I gave it a good clean. I used a screwdriver to give it a good scratch around, and then I used a wire brush to give everything a spruce up. And then I took it outside before it got dark. It's dark outside now. Before it got dark, and I gave it a good jet wash. I've got a jet wash, so I gave it a good jet wash underneath and on top and all around the nooks and crannies, trying to get out all those little bits of grass clippings. I can see some little dodgy bits there that I've missed. That's all yucky stuff. So surprisingly, a surprising amount of grass clippings came off. That's all the grass that was stuck to the bottom of my mower. I've swept it up, and it's incredible, really. Now that stuff's sticking to the base of my mower, and it's corroding the cutting deck. That's why it needs cleaning. So give it a good clean. Now on my machine, I've taken the blade off. I took the blade off earlier because it made access for cleaning a lot easier, and you haven't got to work around the blade, and you haven't got the blade wrapping your knuckles and all that sort of thing. Now there's the blade. I took the blade off earlier, like I said. Now at this point I could take this away, I could give it a sharpen with an angle grinder, or I could send away for a new blade, so that when I start the season in the spring cutting the grass, I'm cutting the grass with a new blade. But now's the time to send away for a new blade. Okay, not in the springtime when everybody else is going on to whatever it is, eBay or whatever, trying to get blades for their mowers. now's the time to send away for a new one. Okay, or you can sharpen this one. If you do sharpen a blade, you need a good angle grinder. Don't heat the blade up too much. If you heat the blade up, if the blade gets hot, then it loses its strength. So grind it slowly and gently, but you can get a good edge on your blade. And when you've finished, balance the blade. I balance mine on a screwdriver, and you just want to make sure that the blade hangs perfectly symmetrically. Actually, it's slightly heavy one side there. Can you see that? So that side slightly heavier than that side. If your blade is perfectly balanced, then it makes for a nice cut and reduces vibration when you're using the machine. Okay, so balance your blade once you've cut it, just to make sure that it's not heavy one side or the other. Right. Okay, that's the blade. That's the cleaning done. Cleaning, scrape, wire brush, jet wash, blade, sharpen, or buy a new one. When you buy a new blade, it should come with new nuts as well. Right. Okay, so once you've cleaned the machine underneath, and you're not going to use it again until next spring, so this is a good time to get a can of your trusty WD-40 and spray all the metal parts under and all over, basically. Give it a coating all over, because this is going to stop your mower from rusting over the winter. And you can spray the wheel joints, the wheel nuts, and the bearings, anything that moves, anything that you think might rust, just give it a coating of WD-40, and that will protect your mower for the winter. Now I can do the controls, I can do everything. Just give everything a coat of WD-40. Now, once you've done that, turn your mower back over. I can spray here, the controls, wheels, everything. Okay. You've got all the metal parts covered with WD-40, so it's not going to rust. I'm just going to spray in there as well. Okay. You can take out the spark plug. Take out the spark plug. I'm using a spark plug wrench. Now I've loosened this up in true Blue Peter style. Here's one I made earlier. Now remember, it's not quite a service, but you're putting the mower to bed. You're not going to use this mower for a long time, so you don't want it seizing up, and you want it to start straight away when you want to use it in the spring. So it's a good idea to take your spark plug out and just an oil can, just pop a couple of drops of just normal engine oil into where the spark plug goes. So that's effectively that you're putting that into the combustion chamber. Okay, a couple of squirts of oil, and then turn the machine over to distribute that oil inside the combustion chamber, and that coats the inside of the machine with lots of nice oil, just like that. Okay, and then you can pop your spark plug back in. Don't try and fire it up now, because it will be all smoky and oily, but that oil will dissipate over the winter, and it will just keep everything looking, it will just keep it lubricated, rust-free and moving so that nothing gets seized over the long winter months. Obviously at this point, if you've got the spark plug out, you could get yourself a new one, get yourself a new spark plug and pop that in, and obviously that's fine. Right, so I'll pop that in later. So spark plug back in. You could take the air filter off. This is a good idea. Take the air filter off. Like I said, you're just putting this thing back to bed for the winter, so you want it to be all nicely. There you go. So take the air filter off. That's the cover. That comes off there, and then the filter's inside. Again, it's a good opportunity. You could get yourself a new filter or clean the air filter. And then again, a little bit of WD-40 all through, all around there, and keeps it all looking spanking. Stops anything from rusting. Even on the cutting deck on this machine is a cast aluminium, but even aluminium corrodes, particularly with the grass. Even aluminium corrodes and it gets brittle. So and it oxidizes. So again, WD-40 on an aluminium cutting deck is no problem at all. Excellent. Okay, so you've done the air filter. You've put some oil in the combustion chamber. You've taken the spark plug. You've taken the blade off, given that a sharpen. That's about it. What else do I need to do? I'm just going to spray the back of this because this is quite rusty. You see, I've been quite liberal with the WD-40. Okay. One thing to make sure is when you put your machine into storage for the winter that your petrol tank is as empty as it can be. At this time of year I always run my machines low, so I don't put too much petrol in. I don't fill them up because obviously it's getting to the end of the year and you never know when the last cut's going to be. So keep the fuel low. If you can, if you've got a lot of fuel in there, then I would empty that out before the winter. The petrol in your petrol tank will go off over winter and it makes it harder to start the machine in the spring. Fresh petrol always works better than stale petrol. So empty petrol tank, oil in the spark plug, change spark plug, lubricate everything with WD-40, lubricate inside the combustion chamber and clean inside. And that's it, guys. I think that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the little video, and I will see you soon. Bye.